Magandang umaga, tanghali at gabi sa lahat ng mga ka-friendship natin all over the universe. Ayan, welcome po sa isa na namang special na edisyon or Mother's Day episode po ng Showbiz Plus. Ayan, ako po si Irvin and kasama ko po si Jen from INQUIRER.net Entertainment. Hi, Jen!
Hi, Irvin! So nice to see you.
Ayan. Siyempre, special nga ang ating episode today dahil Mother's Day at mas magiging special po yan dahil kasama po natin si Congresswoman Lucy Torres Gomez and Juliana!
Hello! Hi, Irvin! Hi, Jan! At sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa programa ninyo. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Happy Mother's
Day! Happy Mother's Day, Congresswoman. Kamusta po ang buhay-buhay natin dyan and kamusta po yung quarantine life so far?
Okay naman kami dito sa Ormoc. I think in terms of the COVID situation, pare-pareho lang naman tayo lahat kahit saan tayong parte ng Pilipinas, no? Pero I try to count the daily blessings instead of dwelling so much on the problem. Nandiyan na yan eh. So para mas maging magaan, I'm thankful for the many little things. Time with family, time with Juliana, coming together kasi before kami ni Juliana magkasama sa Manila and then si Richard mostly nasa Ormoc, but since last year during the lockdown kaming tatlo araw-araw magkasama.
Yes. How about you, Juliana? How's quarantine life? Wala nang gimmick-gimmick.
Quarantine's been very it's been very nourishing for everyone. I think we've all discovered different new hobbies, different talents that we didn't know we had, and like what my mom said, it was very nice that we finally had the time to spend quality time together as a family, especially because we're only 3.
Our little family of 3. At saka, iisipin mo, Irvin, dyan, no, na siguro sa simula ng lockdown, sabihin namin, what will we do with all that time? Pero you'd be surprised, the days are so full. It's as busy as before, but there is quality time for family. So meron kaming mga like si Juliana discovered new hobbies. Ako, I picked up the ones that I left behind nung naging busy ako sa buhay sa Manila. So all in all, it's been okay. There are rough days, but generally, it's good.
Teka muna ko, nasan si Mayor Goma?
Nandiyan lang yan. Nasa baba. Oo. Umiikot kasi siya. When he wakes up in the morning, nag-iikot siya sa city to check, or he's in the garden, nagtatanim ng mga vegetables niya or nagbibilig ng halaman. He likes doing that.
Laging trending ang cooking session ni Mayor Goma, hindi ba?
Oo, it's a daily thing for him. He loves to cook in the kitchen. Dati, nung wala pa yung pandemic, he loved to do the grocery. Yun talaga yung favorite niya. Oo, he loves going to the grocery. Like, pwede siyang pumunta today, bibili niya ng kailangan for maybe a week or 2 weeks. Pero tomorrow, he will find another reason to go back to the grocery. Pero ngayon, yun pa rin, maano siya. He cooks for us. No matter how busy he is, that's his love language.
How about you, Juliana? Do you also cook? Nahawakan na rin ba kay dad?
Yeah, we actually like working together in the kitchen. I'm not so skilled when it comes to cooking, but when it comes to baking and making dessert, I think that's something that I'm more confident in. So we really complement each other in that sense.
Yes, and I'm the happiest because I get to taste his cooking and her baking. Maano sila, they're a tandem in the kitchen. Bibigan nila talaga yung mga kaha, kaldero. Marunong sila magluto talaga. Ako, I just like setting the table, making sure the plates are nice.
Yes.
Yes, we try to make mealtime a really nice time. Even if there are no guests, but just for ourselves, we're really foodies. And that's the only time na even if during the day, iba-iba kami schedule because she trains every day, Richard works every day. Ako naman, I have my Zoom meetings and my district work. But dinner time, usually that's when we all really come together and talk about our day.
Yeah.
Since Mayor is usually doing the cooking and Juliana bakes treats, ano yung kanilang dishes na tingin mo you would say your favorite?
Juliana, during the first lockdown in last year, every day she would bake. Every day she would bake. She started with cookies, and then she started making bread. And then so every day it wasn't anymore bread that we bought. Parang maning-mani sa kanya to make fresh bread. And then si Richard naman, lutong bahay. Lutong bahay. Comfort food.
And
He
baking,
would make.
baking is mahirap pong mag-bake, di ba po? Kasi exact dapat lahat dyan eh. So, it's nice to know na she's really into baking bread.
What do you like about it, ba?
Oh, what do I like about it?
Yeah.
It just gives me time to not think. I think I'm just so immersed in what I'm doing, and I really like working with my hands, whether it be making food or making art sometimes or sports. I just like being in the zone of not really thinking about anything.
So chill.
Yeah. It's
Correct.
para siyang I think that's one thing similar with all of us. When we do our activities, whatever that is, for Richard, it's his sports. For Juliana, it's sports and baking. For Richard, it can also be cooking. For me, it's my arts and crafts. It's time off from all the worries of the day.
Yes. Ito na nga ko. Mother's Day na po. Paano niyo po i-describe yung sarili niyo as a mother, bilang nanay?
I don't know. Maybe that's a question that Juliana is better able to answer. I don't know. How am I as a mother?
Sige, Juliana.
Well, I don't see my mom as someone I fear or someone I have to hide everything from. I think she's really been she's been so good at making it a point to I don't know, how do you say it? Not act my age, of course not. It's not that, but more of like sort of leveling with me and understanding me in a way that I don't know. How would you?
Because I think the struggle for every mother out there is how to be a parent, but also how to be a friend. So that has been my life's work as a mother. Parang I should be able to shape her, to mold her, and to teach her as much of the right values as I can. But I should also be flexible enough to let her be her own person and not stifle her or clip her wings. So it's a balancing act. It's not always easy, but swerte din ako because Juliana has been an easy child. She's not a difficult child. Madali namang pakiusapan. And then we just set parameters kasi si Richard ganun din yung parenting style, is very chill. In fact, ako pa yung mas maraming rules. Maybe from my upbringing, because I grew up in a very loving environment, but it was also very, very strict, no, in terms of pag alis-alis, hindi kami allowed mag-gimmick before, which was easy kasi nasa probinsya naman, wala naman rin paggigimikan sa probinsya, lalo na in the 80s and 90s, diba? Pero I've had to adjust my way of thinking kasi Juliana lumaki sa Manila. Yun na yung age nila na nanonood ng concerts, yung pre-pandemic pa, nanonood ng concerts. And Richard would always tell me na you have to adjust, honey, because ako daw, I had 3 siblings. So 4 kami. Kahit hindi kami allowed to leave the house, may mga kaedad ako. Siya,
Yes.
if she's not allowed to live in the house, to leave the house, yung mga kasama niya, puro mga adults. And I think that's why she matured. She's very mature in her thinking because she grew up around adults.
Yeah, I can say that
So,
my parents really
yes.
like perfected the balance. Like I never felt that I was not in control or restricted. And if they do say no to certain things, I always understand why. They're just so reasonable.
So, Kong, gaano po kahirap, how hard it is na maging isang working mom kay Juliana?
It's hard. It's hard because ideally the whole family should be together, no? But ever
Yes.
since Richard became mayor, nawatak talaga. It was the two of us most of the time together, and Richard here alone. He'd go home on the weekends though, But when you're in a situation, you just make it work. Alam mo yun, you make the best of any situation. That's how you survive. That's how you get through it. So, pasalamat din ako sa technology, even if we did not get to see each other every day. There's always FaceTime. We have a chat group, the 3 of us. So it's
It was easy to keep in touch.
yeah, it's easy to keep in touch. And I think to maintain closeness, to nurture whatever level of closeness you have as a family, you just have to communicate and always be in touch and always be a part of each other's lives.
Yeah, but I think it's also worth noting that our relationships with each other, like between the 3 of us, are very low maintenance. So I think that's why it has worked so easily for us.
Yeah, hindi kami judgmental sa each other. Parang, yeah, we don't have mga big expectations. We're just we're just really a regular family, happy to be together, happy to be with each other, and happy to be there for each other.
Yes. At yun naman talaga yung pinaka-importante sa lahat, di ba? Yung masaya lang yung pamilya.
Yeah, that's
How about
my
you, Jen?
So, we were wondering, Irvin and I, kasi, syempre, we see
Yeah.
na model family actually, and you guys really seem to be chill. So, nagtataka rin kami, bakit hindi niyo po, Congresswoman, naisipan kayo ni Mayor, hindi niyo na naisipan talaga sundan si Juliana? From the very start.
Kung naisipan, Jen, oo, maraming beses naisipan, maraming beses na yun talagang gusto namin. Sana marami sila. Pero eto, siya pa lang yung binigay ng Panginoon, no? So, tinatanong ko nga siya kung growing up, kung nalulungkot ba siya or na-feel ba niya na sana may kapatid siya. Maybe it's like, hindi naman daw. Sabi niya, ikaw na sumagot.
No, I mean, like, it's always been okay with me. It's just people always think that I don't want a sibling. I'm totally okay with that. Pero yun lang yung nakasanayan ko, being an only child, being around my parents' friends, and eventually growing up, being around my friends. And then all my cousins are babies, so I never really experienced having someone around me in my age growing up.
Yes, pero she's like her dad. If you know Richard, he's very big on friends. So hindi siya, rin naman to parang only child sa union ng parents niya. Pero nung naghiwalay yung parents niya, he has mga half siblings. But basically, he grew up alone, no? Pero hindi rin siya lonely kasi marami siyang kaibigan. So at any given time, marami ring inuuwi na kaibigan si Juliana. Minsan papasok ako sa room niya, hindi ko siya nahahanap agad kasi punong-puno ng mga barkada niya.
And
Yes.
good to hear po na comfortable siya bringing her friends to meet you din po, no? So,
Oh yes, because
my friends are really family. And you know, it's just so cool to me because my friends are also my mom's friends.
Yes.
In fact, like when I just don't have enough wisdom, I think, but every time my friends encounter something, they go to my mom, and my mom has built like a relationship with my bestest friends where they're also close on their own. They talk on their own. They send each other memes. Like my mom is very close to my friends, so it's really nice having their friends and my friends in the house.
Yeah, I love it when they're all in the house because I feel like it's a
Ang
little
cool,
dream
no?
come
Hanggang
true.
chillax lang.
Oh, it's a little dream come true because I
Yeah.
only have one child, but when her friends are there, it feels like I have many children.
No, and I think like my friends and I are at the age where the things we talk about are interesting to uh, I don't know, like the things that she's interested in, we're interested in, and
Yes.
vice versa. So there's just so much to talk about, and it's fun.
Yeah, we can hang out together. Wala kaming kids table and adults table.
Yeah, and it's always been that way, even when I
Yes.
was a kid growing up.
Yeah. So you don't fight? Hindi
Kami,
kayo
we
nag-
don't. We don't. But we discuss openly everything. Sometimes
Everything.
sometimes we get frustrated with each other. But we
Only
never,
because we're very passionate
yeah.
about the things you believe in, and sometimes
Sometimes mali lang yung
we
timpla
butt
ng
heads,
araw. Yeah.
but it's never a fight.
And we never call each other names or we never hit each other or yeah. It's 24/7 of love, of loving
Wow.
each other, but not necessarily always agreeing with each other, but
Yeah.
knowing that there is nothing that we cannot discuss and cannot get through together as a family.
Yeah.
So, kay Juliana, is it hard for you to have celebrity mom and dad in showbiz and politics altogether?
No, because they've never acted as if they were more important than anyone else. They've never made me feel like we were ahead in life just because of their stature or, you know, where they are, their positions. I've always seen them as normal people. They act like normal people. There was no reason for me to ever be uncomfortable with the fact that they're in that line of work.
Nakakatawa nga kasi when she was growing up, she did not know na her dad was, she thought it was normal for people to be on TV. Kasi yun na yung nakagisnan niya, and then pagbababa daw siya from her room, yung mga nakikita niya sa TV, yun din nakikita niya sa dinner table, yung mga barkada ng dad niya, or minsan may party sa bahay, mga artista din puro. So akala niya normal lang yung lumalabas sa TV. Hindi niya alam na not everybody comes out on TV. And it was only when she went to school na she started getting an idea of how pala may mga TV and movie stars pala, and merong mga nanonood ng mga pelikula or programa, no? But that's why she grew up not thinking we were better than anyone else or we were ahead, because normal nga lang. Pagbukas ng TV, lahat ng nandun, tito-tita niya.
Yun nga yung pinag-uusapan natin, Jen, kanina, di ba? Talking about TV, movies. Pero si Juliana, parang wala siyang hilig, ano, Juliana? Was there a time na naisip mo na rin mag-artista?
No, definitely not.
Why?
I've never
Sayang
been
naman.
interested. I've never been interested in it actually, because even in grade school and high school, I always had the opportunity to try out for, let's say, the lead role in the play, but it never interested me because I always wanted to be behind the scenes. I felt I was more confident in my art in that sense, where I was better at designing the set or helping with the costumes or, you know, help write the script. But as far as acting goes, I don't think it's something that I'd ever want to dip my toes in.
So,
I think the times that she acted on for school plays, alam mo bang may mga school plays siya na hindi ko napanood because she wouldn't even tell us na there would be a school play, I'd find out na lang from the other mothers. Magte-text yung ibang mom sa akin, that sabihin, hindi ka pa manunood, si Juliana is in a play. I said, meron ba? Tinatago niya sa akin kasi she doesn't like na manunood. And then there was one time they did a production of La La Land, and it was the last day kasi parang they had a few days off ano. And then one mom, si Karen Limpe, said, Lucy, are you really not coming? And I said, why? What's happening? And she said, it's the last day of the play. So she snuck me in. I watched the play without her knowing na yeah, I was there. Grabe ka.
No, but you know, it was something that I had to get over. Because even when I was younger, I didn't like my parents watching me play sports or just performing or
Nahihiya
anything
siya.
like that. I don't know why also. I have no reason. I have no excuse as to why I was shy because I just was. But now it's something that I've definitely gotten over.
Oh,
I
well,
even invite them to watch my games and they're so supportive when it comes to
nung
that.
mas bata pa siya, wala siyang choice kasi all the notices would come to us naman.
Yeah.
Nung ano pa siya ba, yung elementary pa talaga, grade school. But nung high school siya, di ba the notices go to the student for them to give to their parents? No. This student never gave me the notices of her school play. So, ang nalalaman ko na lang is after na lang kaloka siya.
Jen, may sinasabi ka kanina, Jen.
So, Juliana, so you said na you're not interested in acting, but there's interest, say, in production, behind the scenes work. So, would it be possible? Would it be possible in the future na maybe we can see you producing films?
Or directing?
It was definitely one of my dreams when I was in high school, but then I entered college and then I started really putting all my focus into sports and into my course. So if ever I do get into production or anything of that sort, I think that will be far off pa in the future. Just because I haven't really started honing that craft.
But I think she's able to hone it in the here and now in small ways because nga of social media, no? And sometimes when I need to iba yung mata, iba yung mata ng mga bata.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oo, so they're very good with graphics with. So when I need a fresh take on something, I go to her. I ask her in the same way na when I always say this, no, when the day is hard, when I feel old and tired, I go to her room and listen to her music. And then after a few hours, I come out a younger and less tired person. Just because I try to get
Parang
her.
healing process.
Oh, parang you just switch off lang and then be in a happy place. With music, you really don't recognize but like. But I don't have to know the title. Hindi ko nakilala yung kung sino yung mga artists na yon. But her room is a nice place
It's like
to
another
recharge.
dimension.
Eto, Kong Juliana, we asked some netizens para magbigay ng questions sa inyo. And here are some of them. Was there a time po ba, Congresswoman, na napagalitan nyo ng bonggang-bongga si Juliana?
Oo naman.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, many times. I don't believe in not scolding. So na-try ko rin to, stand in the corner, no phones, ano pa ba?
Maybe like,
No going out, parang ano tawag nun if you cannot grounded. Oo, yun, grounded. Oo, bihira.
Anong
pero
ginawa mo, Juliana? Bakit?
oh, I think this was
hindi, nagbabasa siya ng marunong rin naman siyang mag-enjoy. Kung wala siyang computer, di magbabasa siya ng libro. Ayan tuloy, nagustuhan niya magbasa ng libro.
Yeah, so I don't think that being grounded, I never saw as a punishment. Maybe as a restriction, yes, because I couldn't go out, I couldn't eat out with my friends, or but I always enjoyed being at home naman. So I think if ever my mom would ground me, it just gave me more time to do more useful things or to spend more time with the people at home.
Yes. Eto pa. Juliana, what do you think are the qualities na nakuha mo kay mommy?
Oh, she's taught me so many things along the way. So I think that the way I am now towards people, I get from my mom. Because I know I make dad sound so bad naman. That's not the case. It's just that, I don't know, it's just that my mom has been more vocal about, I don't know how to make it sound, yung parang, it's just, I learned so much from her in the sense na siya talaga nagtuturo sa akin. Like my dad, he leads more by example, but my mom is the one who really has the patience to tell me what to do, how to be. Yeah.
Si Richard kasi is a man of few words. I always say para siyang telegrama. So, he will explain something in 2 sentences, ganon.
Yeah.
Ako, mas madetalye, yeah.
Correct. Ayan, eto pa. When it comes to love life naman po, Congresswoman, ano yung mga binibigay niyong advice kay Juliana?
I always tell her na, I understand really the joy of falling in love. It's one of the most beautiful parts of growing up. So, I don't stop her from meeting people, but I always tell her that the choice of a spouse, the choice of a lifetime partner, the choice of a husband, that is something na hindi mo iniiwan sa tadhana. That is something you pray about. So I say, Juliana, do not wait for a good man to somersault his way to you.
Yeah, I really have to pray about it.
You pray about the man that God has prepared for you kasi hindi ka pwedeng magkamali. Your happiness, your life will be largely dependent on the partner or the husband that you have.
No, and my dad has always said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
To
Okay
pray.
lang sa'yo yun, Juliana.
I don't think there's any other way to go about it. I think they're completely right. And they say this because, I mean, they're in a marriage where they're just 100% sure about each other and they want nothing less for me.
Ang ganda,
Ano ba yung mga Go, Jen!
ang ganda ng love story ng parents mo eh. Parang destiny talaga eh, di ba? So, parang they
I
really
always tell her to pray for a man that she can love and a man that she can fall in love with, or that she is in love with, because it doesn't have to be just one or the other. You can have it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you marry your friend, you marry your best friend, but you also marry this man that you fall hopelessly and helplessly in love with.
Pero how about Juliana, what are the qualities ba na hinahanap mo sa isang guy?
Oh, that's something I don't really focus on.
That's a
It's a
tough act. That's a tough act to follow because
I
said
see
her dad
how my dad
has to be. Yeah, I said her dad has to be her. Her dad has to be her peg.
The
because,
peg.
Yeah,
And the
because
thing is, I see how my dad treats my mom. I see the way my dad loves her and the way he just is as a man. And it's hard for me in my eyes. It's hard to find someone who can really compare to that.
yeah, ano
Just
ka
someone
talaga,
who's just
sana
so-
all ka talaga.
Just someone who can do it all and someone who is, I don't know, he's just very
Kaya-
well-rounded.
Kaya
also.
nga yung ganyan, dinadaan yan sa may kasamang dasal yan talaga.
Parang
Oo.
malalim yung hugot ni Congresswoman daw.
Yes, kasi hindi talaga sometimes kasi when you fall in love, you also have to fall in love at the right time. 'Di ba? May mga taong mamahalin mo, mukhang tama, pero hindi pa tama ang panahon. So more than finding the right man, it's also meeting the right man at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
For the
Pero how about
marriage
you,
to work.
Juliana? Natagpuan na po ba ni Juliana yun?
Ay, hindi pa siguro.
I'm only 20. That's the thing.
That's so young.
You
Ikaw,
don't really think
Congresswoman, ba't
about.
kayo pang sumasagot? Oh.
Kasi ayoko siyang mag-asawa at 20. Hindi pwede.
But it's also something that I don't want. Like, I don't want to get married at 20 because, first of all, I'm still in college. Second, I don't even know what I want to become yet. I haven't figured it all out. And I don't know, like, I feel younger than ever. I honestly feel like a baby. So settling down isn't a priority at the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoying mo.
Jen,
You're
I'm
ano,
actually just enjoying lang.
Yeah, I tell her always to enjoy her youth, because like us, we are at a certain age already, and when we look back, at our youth, I say, like ako personally, I don't know how it is for you, Rina, but there are things that I wish I did when I was younger. Hindi mo na mababalik yung yung youth mo. So I really tell her, enjoy your youth. You
For
have
sure.
time on your side. So try to really explore the hobbies that you want to take up. Parang do not limit yourself. If you wanna juggle two different things, get into this or that, really try it out and explore. Iba na kasi pag nag-asawa, iba na pag nagkaanak, iba na when you become a
Totoo.
grown up in the real world. Sarap kaya maging bata. Your worries are less. Your freedom
Tama
is a bit
ka.
constricted, but you have all the time in the world to be young and carefree. That doesn't come with adulthood.
Yes. Jen, may follow-up ka pa?
So Juliana, I was wondering, no? So since you're young, you're exploring, you're into sports and art, and hindi mo naman, I would get na hindi mo naman totally shunning your doors from showbiz kasi baka ka mag-produce or direct, who knows, di ba? So just in case, hypothetical question, should you in the future delve into showbiz through production or directing, what kind of movies would you like to do? Ngayon, kung ikaw naman politics, say, mas ma-inspire ka ng politics, kunwari lang, ano naman yung advocacies or causes na bibigyan mo ng suporta?
So if I were to get into show business in that sense, in the production directing sense, I'd like to do documentaries. It's something that I've always enjoyed watching growing up. It's something that really interests me, just nonfiction work, introducing new concepts to the audience. I think that would be so much fun. And sorry, what was your second?
So, if sakali naman na politics yung maka-inspire sa'yo in the future, if you would try it out, ano naman yung advocacies or issues na you would give your support to?
Well, I see my parents and how they work, and right now I have no idea what life holds for me because I'm only in my second year of college. But when it comes to those things, I move like water. I'll have to, if I have to, I don't know, like if, let's say, the Lord says that, like I have to do this at this point in time, then of course I'll do it. But if I were to support a cause, if I were to be given that position, I think I definitely get into sports.
You'd advocate sports.
I'd advocate sports, yeah, for sure.
I'm sure that's the influence now of her
my dad.
Of her dad. As she grew up kasi, and her dad would always tell her to get into some sport. I did not come from a family na mahilig sa sports. So for me, sports was just, play. But when I married Richard, I realized that sports trickles over to so many other areas of life. Other than just the physical aspect, no? Richard would always explain nga to Juliana. That's why nung bata pa siya, hindi kami namimili ng sport for her. But what Richard did is he exposed her to all kinds of sports. So she did football, she did volleyball, she did basketball, she did fencing. Lahat na lang hanggang sa she found which sport she actually really loved. But Richard explained to her na sports really hones your mental strength.
Yes.
Sports is instant discipline. It's the fastest way para because to be a performer, to be a top athlete, you have to take care of your body. So when you take care of your body, naturally, you eat well, you sleep well, you don't do drugs.
No, but besides all those benefits that being an athlete can bring, I think with my parents exposing me to different sports at a young age, I've also been exposed to the different communities in those sports. So, for example, when I got into college, I was in the volleyball team for a short amount of time, and you can see naman like when you join football or volleyball or fencing, you can see that a lot of Filipino athletes really lack the support that they have to get in order to be world-class athletes or to reach their higher goals and international competitions and whatnot. So that's something that I would definitely support.
Pwedeng-pwede si Juliana mag-beauty queen. Diba?
Actually, pwedeng parang bagay siya dito, bagay siya dito. Diba?
Correct. Hindi mo rin ba, have you ever thought of joining beauty pageants, Juliana?
Hindi talaga.
No. Just like my mom, it's something that's always been brought up, but it's something that I never considered. Not because it's uninteresting to me, but it's just because it's something that seems very difficult to do. It's something I know in my heart that I cannot do. I can't even walk in heels properly. I think the question and answer portion is very intimidating. I think it takes real skill to become a beauty queen, and I feel like that's something that I don't have.
Kahit na pag-artista,
Yeah,
it's like ako personally, people ask me, kasi they think that
It's not
artista din ako only because I married Richard. But I say, no, I was never really an actress. I've never starred in any movie. The one time na nasama ako sa movie was because of si Senator Bong Revilla. I was a very new congresswoman, and then I needed classrooms, or Jen. I needed classrooms, and then sabi ko hingi ako kay Senator Bong ng classrooms for our mock. So sabi niya, sige, bigyan kita ng building, pero sama ka sa movie ko, yung Panday. So sabi ko naman, kapalit ng small role lang daw. Sabi ko, hindi ako marunong umarte, Sen. Sabi niya, madali lang yon. Dahil iniisip ko, naman siya, yung fantasy movie. So sabi ko, pwedeng multo lang ako o kaya fairy. Dalawa lang naman palagi eh. Multo, fairy, or Mama Mary. Tatlo pala. Multo, fairy, or Mama Mary. True enough, I was a fairy.
Fairy, yes.
Oo, so fairy
Napanood
ako.
ko yun, Kong.
Oo, kami ni Isa. Parang anak ko ata si Isa doon or something. Ako si Inang whatever. And then, pero yon, I have that remembrance na for one movie, meron akong kapalit na school building. So every time I pass by that school building, naaalala ko na naging artista ako ng isang araw for that.
But you had sitcom also, Kong, di ba?
Yeah, but sitcom is light. Parang I'm not required to, super act or cry and I played myself. Myself, yeah.
With Mayor.
Oo.
Yeah. Eto na lang, Kong. Paano daw kayo nagbabanding ni Juliana ngayon?
Every day.
Ngayong quarantine.
Every day is bonding time. Meal time is our bonding time. She helps me with I have a little online store, that I share with my best friend, and then we produce beautiful products for the home. So Juliana is very involved in that. She helps us with our marketing. So she also helps me with the renovations I do at home. We watch movies together. When she's in the kitchen baking, I'm there reading or sewing. It's really just spending time together in random ways.
And we're very involved in each other's lives without it being forced. It's just very natural for us to look for each other all the time.
Yes,
and
when we
look
wake
to
up,
each other for anything, basically, for all the small things and big things combined.
Yes, like if I find something new in Ormoc, like new bread or a new dish in some restaurant, they're the first ones I text me, Juliana and Richard. Say, do you want to try this? I'll bring this home. Or if she sees something on TV or she sees something on Instagram, she'll DM it to me. So it's really just the random and the everyday.
Ito na, Jen.
Oo, ito,
Go ka na sa politics, Jen.
oo, kasi Congresswoman, syempre our discussion is light, pero people are really clamoring for some answers. They're wondering, lalo na kasi in a recent survey, you figured prominently and you actually ranked. And it was really noticeable. So ito po, 2 questions. I'm sure maraming interesado malaman ito. So meron na po ba kayong decision ni Mayor on you running for Senador since dun po kayo nag-rank dun sa latest survey on senators?
Hindi ko pa talaga masasagot yan ng definite because like Juliana said, I also try to move like water. No, I look at the signs. So until the signs are very clear, I'm also really just praying about it. I do know that I want to continue to serve. Now, in what capacity? Only God knows. Only time will tell. But right now, I am still very busy with my work as a district representative, for the 4th district of Leyte. Yes.
Ito Congresswoman, connected ito dun sa isa pang question. So, sa simula po, we know that you have always been vocal about being raised in a religious family and that you're a Marian devotee and you're Catholic po, right? And even in past interviews, you've given account of how prayerful you are and how prayer has had a huge effect on the choices you've made. So, Congresswoman, should you pursue higher office, would it be correct to say that your faith or religiousness would influence your political choices and stand on certain issues?
Of course, I think faith is not something that you can switch on and off, for convenience. So a lot of the positions I took were to uphold also my faith, and what I believe in. Maybe we can have differences in opinion, but my faith has always been the cornerstone of my life. I don't know where I will be without God in my life, and I don't mean to sound religious or perfect. It just is. I'm also not saying I'm perfect, but in terms of the choices I make, faith figures very prominently in them.
So kasi po, di ba po, lalo na ngayon, we are living in really emotionally charged times, and there are a lot of issues that are at the fore. So kagaya po nung divorce, and there are issues on same-sex marriage.
Yes.
And there are people wondering kung pro-life ba si Congresswoman or pro-choice ba siya. So, ano po yung pananaw niyo sa mga taong nagtataka on your stand on issues like this?
Well, for the RH bill, I was really pro-life. No, that is a non-negotiable in terms of who people fall in love with. I always say that is between them and God. The biggest commandment is love. And we cannot pass blanket judgment we cannot label people and pass blanket judgment just because they are a particular gender. You say that it has nothing to do with gender or choice. Your character as a person, that's more important, kasi more than saying eto yung gender niya, eto yung choice niya, ano yung pagkatao niya, masamang tao ba siya? 'Di ba? Mamamatay tao ba siya? There are bigger questions than just your gender or your choice. Mas importante, you are a good person, you are a kind person.
Ayun.
So yun, Congresswoman, from
Love is love in the
Love,
new commandment,
love.
'di ba? Sabi nga ni Pope Francis also, love is the biggest commandment in the New Testament.
Command.
Yes.
So yun,
So ito na.
Congresswoman. Ano na tayo? Shift na tayo sa fun stuff naman tayo. We will have our
Yes.
quickie talk. So ano to, mabilisan lang po, Congresswoman, kung ano yung first thing that comes into your head. Okay lang po, feel free po to answer. So, ito po,
Ikaw
start
na
na
muna
tayo,
kay
Congresswoman.
Congresswoman Jen.
Tapos later si Juliana kay Irvin. Okay?
Yes.
So, Congresswoman, so coffee or tea?
Tea.
Dagat or bundok?
Dagat.
Comfort room or bedroom?
Huh? Hindi. Both.
Both?
Hindi pwedeng nasa comfort room ka
Tama.
matulog. Hindi ka pwedeng nasa bedroom ka na walang comfort room.
Rice or bread?
Rice. Extra rice pa.
Rice pa. Spaghetti or pansit?
Pansit.
Movies or books?
Books.
Pants or skirts?
Both.
Both. Oh, ito Congresswoman. Stand by your man or bahala ka dyan?
Stand by your man.
Your man.
Kahit anong araw.
First thing you do in the morning?
First thing I do in the morning?
Pray.
I try to pray. I don't grab my phone right away because I always say I need to ground myself, because the moment you grab your phone and there is disturbing news, especially now sa pandemic, it's so scary because when you open the different Viber groups, somebody is always sick or has died or needs to go to some hospital. So how you start your day is very important. Ano ka muna? Stretch muna sa bed at saka, oo.
Tatlong bagay na palagi niyong dala.
Ano?
Tatlong bagay na palagi niyong dala.
Cellphone, sanitizer, and essential oils. Kunyari, pag nahihilo ako or nasa-stress ako, kailangan kong may essential oils. Tingnan ko palagi kung may essential oils.
Tama.
So kung pagkain po kayo, ano po kayo?
Kung pagkain ako, ano ba ako kung pagkain ako? Hindi ko naisip talaga na pagkain ako. Hindi ko alam. Never ko yan naisip kung pagkain. Ayoko atang maging pagkain din.
Basta masarap. Whatever food yan, masarap yan.
Oo.
Okay.
Kung pagkain
So,
ako, babalik-balikan ako.
Babalik-balikan.
Hahanap-hanapin ako at babalik-balikan.
So, bigyan kayo ng superpowers. Ano ang gusto nyo?
Superpowers? Yeah, siguro read the mind. I want to be able to. I'm very good with intuition. Parang my gut feel is very good, but siguro I'd want to read people's minds, especially so that I can change the course of things.
Okay. 3 wishes for Filipinos.
3 wishes? Oh, for the pandemic to end, definitely. Yeah, for the pandemic to end, for our country to be united, and for every Filipino to have better opportunities.
What skill would you like to master?
Me? What skill?
Would you like to master?
What do you mean? In terms of what?
In terms of, say, ano po ba yung talent nyo na you would
na gusto ko sana? Gusto kung may hihingin ako na talent sa Diyos, gusto kong maging kahit isang araw lang sa isang taon, maging singer ako.
Oh!
Oo.
Wow.
Yung parang Regine.
Why
and then,
not? Why not? Oh.
Ay, hindi talaga. Hindi talaga ako marunong kumanta. But if I had a talent, I'd want to be a singer and do a lounge act. So kunyari sabihin ng Diyos, parang Cinderella, today you have 8 hours and you will have a beautiful voice. So for that 8 hours once a year, I will stage a little concert just for my friends. Kasi alam kong pang isang araw lang yon. And then same time next year.
Bong.
Fantasy ko yan. So papatong ako sa piano, magpapausok ako sa piano, and then magre-red lipstick ako at saka naka-silk na gown. Tapos kakanta ako ng first song ko is The Nearness of You. Second song ko is I'll Be Seeing You.
Oh, meron
na
ako.
plano ko na yan.
Na
May
Planado
repertoire
na ni
na
Cole.
ako.
Ito
Pero mag-e-end siya at a certain time kasi pag natapos na yung grace period na binigay ni God, babalik na yung boses ko sa totoong boses. Fantasy lang.
had the world's attention for 20 seconds.
Ha?
At if you had the world's attention for 20 seconds, ano ang magiging mensahe?
If I had the world's attention for 20 seconds?
Oh my God.
That's so short. I'd rather be a wonderful singer and perform the phrase for 20 seconds, and I think that will be more inspiring than saying something for just 20 seconds. Sabi ko sa inyo, singer talaga ang gusto ko.
Singer talaga.
Nothing possible, Congresswoman. Last na po sa quickie. What do you wish you knew more about?
What do I wish I knew more about? What do I wish I knew more about? A lot of things. A lot of things. But I can't think of one that's heavier than others. I can't say math because hindi rin naman ako naging I don't know.
Okay.
The one thing I wish I had more of, children. I wish I had more children.
Yun na.
Yun na, dahil naman sa may constituents kayo, parang sila na yung children nyo.
Oh, at saka yung mga kaibigan niya.
Yes. And Juliana's friends.
Juliana, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Eto na, quick talk for Juliana. Moreno or Tisoy?
Moreno.
Beach or mountain?
Beach.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Coffee shop or library?
Library.
Wow. Ako din, library din.
Yeah.
Singing or dancing?
Dancing.
Dancing. Chicken, beef, or pork?
Beef.
Beef. Bakit tawang-tawa si Congresswoman sa beef?
Kasi hindi na ako kumakain ng chicken. Natawa lang siguro siya sa choices ng mga living things. May alaga kasi kaming baboy din. So ang hirap din magpili ng pork. May baboy kami si Hamlet.
Wow. May name talaga ako.
May name siya at saka sexy si Hamlet.
Ooh.
Bilog siya na may curves at saka siya, balingkinitan kung gumalaw.
Parang si Betty Boo.
Oo, no? Sexy si Hamlet, di ba?
Yeah.
Slinky.
Yes. Ito, Juliana, luto ni mommy or luto ni dad?
Luto ni Dad kasi hindi marunong magluto si Mom.
Diretsahan na to, Oo. Shoes or bags?
Shoes.
Ano yung first gawain sa bahay na natutunan mo?
Manghapsay.
Mag-fold ng panty. I think that's one thing that I learned first. That's really the first thing I learned.
You make us sound so weird.
Pero ano yun, may technique talaga.
May technique talaga.
may technique
No,
doon na
because like
tinuturo.
I always enjoyed organizing my closet even when I was younger. But my yaya Lita,
Yes.
she would fold my panties in such a way where I didn't really understand how. So it was the one thing that I couldn't get for a long time when I was a baby or when I was younger growing up. But it is one of the first few things that I learned.
Kasi dapat yung panty mo hindi gulo-gulo buhay, 'di ba? Dapat para siyang mga lumpia na naka
Organized.
Oo.
Yeah.
Dapat isang kitaan mo lang, nakikita mo lahat.
Parang Marie Kondo. Di ba po?
Oo. Kasi pag magulo yung closet mo, magulo din talaga buhay mo at utak mo.
Tama. O eto, Juliana. Guwapo but slow or intelligent but not so handsome?
Intelligent.
Hindi.
Not so handsome.
Hanap ka ng both. Bakit ka kailangang mamili? Sa Diyos ka naman hihingi, di ba? Huwag, kasi sisingilin ka ng, alam mo, I always say, be careful what you pray for. Kasi pag sinabi mo, God, di bali nang bigyan mo ako
Pangit.
ng pangit, basta mabait lang, bibigyan ka talaga ni God ng pangit na mabait. Di ba? Huwag. Diyos naman yung hinihingan mo, so itodo mo na, di ba?
May point.
Correct. Oh, si Juliana na
bakit mo
bayukunan lang
sasabihin
talaga.
Bakit mo sabihin na, Lord, bigyan mo ako ng gwapo na slow? Ayoko nga.
Sige, wag na lang yon. Congresswoman, wag na lang po yung tanong na yon. Iba na lang.
Sorry.
Iba na lang
Irvin,
po.
were you pressured? Na-pressure ka ba?
Na-pressure ako doon. Parang
It's
natakot
okay,
ako,
me too.
Juliana, para sa'yo.
Bawiin mo na lang yung question, Irvin.
Oo, ito na lang po. Ito na lang. What do you consider to be your best find so far?
My best find?
Yes.
In
What way?
in what way? In what way?
May nakita
In
ba yung
terms
bato
of
ni Darna?
gamit.
Oh, gamit.
Gadgets or
Best find.
I wouldn't say na I found anything new in terms of gadgets, but maybe I've found a lot of good reads because I found the time to read a lot of books over quarantine.
Okay, yes. Are you usually early or late?
I'm usually early. I've been
Wow.
building the habit of being early or
Big-
being on time at least.
What takes up too much of your time?
Sleeping. I really like the nap.
Very good. Kami yung walang ganyan masyado.
Parang siya teacher. Very good.
Eto, what is the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen?
I've ever seen.
Yung talagang, talagang-
I wouldn't condense like the most heartwarming thing I've seen to one moment. I think the way my parents love each other every day. Seeing that really warms my heart.
What is the most annoying question that people ask you?
Why I don't want a sibling. I don't think I ever said that I didn't want one.
No, you did. When you were small, sabi ko, Juliana.
I think that was something I said out of like, I just wanted to dismiss the question.
Parang sinasabi ko sa kanya na magkaroon siya ng kapatid, and then after ng mahaba kong spiel, sabi niya, dog na lang, mama.
And I just felt like at that time having a sibling was too complicated, but now I don't really have an issue with having another sibling or having a sibling. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Juliana, Congresswoman.
Thank you, Irvin.
Maraming
Thank you, Jen.
salamat. Pero ito na muna, dahil Mother's Day, Juliana, ano yung message mo for your mother, for your mom?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, sabi niya.
No, I think my mom knows this already, but I'm very thankful that she's always understanding towards me, and she really levels with my capacity to think for myself and decide things on my own. So yeah, I just consider myself very lucky to have a mom like her, or to have her as my mom.
Yes. And kay Congresswoman naman, ano yung
I
maibibigay niyong message para sa lahat ng mga struggling mommy ngayon, lalo na ngayong pandemic?
Well, every day to choose to love. There will be hard days, there will be good days, but as mothers and wives, you have the power to make a choice. And in terms of being a mother, I think probably one of my finest moments or my happiest moments was when Juliana was very small, and then we were playing. I was spending time with her, and then she looked up at me, and maybe she was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and then she said, "Mama, sana we met when we were the same age, no? Para daw playmates kami." So I think that was a very pure expression and a very pure affirmation of some things that I may have been doing right, because she thought that we should have met much earlier than we actually did.
Ayan. Thank you so much,
Thank
Congresswoman
you.
Juliana.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you,
Mother's
Irving.
Day
Thank you,
po.
Jan. Thank you. Thank
Ayan.
you.
Ayan.
Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga tumutok sa amin ngayong Mother's Day episode po ng Showbiz Plus. Thank you!